Let's take a look at animation. So I'm on this problem and I'm not sure what to do. I've tried Help Me Solve This in textbook, but now I'd like to see an animated working of the problem. Click on that. Or
Introducing random elements in the form of random sampling or by randomization in an experiment reduces bias. And estimates settle down as the number of observations grows. Both of these conclusions help us to extend our understanding from the data at hand to the population at large. This extension is called statistical inference. The reasoning of inference is founded on the laws of probability.
So if you have a need for a little bit different look at the concept or problem, you can click. Animation is not available on every problem, but there are specific problems where you'll see an animation button. So you just come over and click on that particular button, and respective to that problem, you'll see a working of the concept and a voiceover essentially that will expand on it a little. Now the next feature is a little more advanced, but it gets to the number crunching. One of the bigger complaints of taking a statistics course is sometimes the tedious calculations that you may have to go through to work a problem. So let's say they've given you a problem and it's the number of minutes that a client is with a caseworker in a given day, and you had 5 clients come through. The first one was with the caseworker 55 minutes, then 65 minutes, then 45. So people are funneling through the office that day. And I'll just put 5 data points up here and 75. And you'd like to have some statistics on this. You'd like to know what the range is and the median and the mean. So you simply go up to Stat, Summary Stats, column, click on variable 1 because that's where your data was. You don't have to do anything with where or group by, and then hit calculate. And up comes, and you can move this around for these 5 data points. You've got an N of 5, which in statistics speak is the number of samples you're looking at. N stands for samples. The mean for those 5 data points. Something you aren't familiar with right now but will make a little more sense to you later on is the idea of a variance, and standard deviation is calculated, and a standard error. The median, which is the midpoint of the 5 data points. The range, the difference between 35 and 75 or 40. The minimum value, the maximum value. The first 25% of the data is at 45 or less, and the third quartile, they're called, Q1 and Q3. So you've got a lot of basic statistics calculated just off that click. So you can take this, edit, copy, print, or export it out to your outcome learning project, and you'll have a record for this data, and then you say, okay, on the next day I had 5 more cases, and it was 44, 34, 35, 22, 25. Go back up to Stat again, Summary, column. I want to look at variable 2. And I want to calculate the statistics on that. I had 5. You can see the mean dropped from the previous mean. I think was, well, memory doesn't serve me, but I can take a look at it when I've exported the other, or copied the other readout. But I've got 32-minute mean, the variance and standard deviation, the median value, and the range for those 5 data points. So I can paste these into my outcome learning project and compare the number of minutes and calculations for them for the first day versus the second day, or this could be week 1 and week 2. So there's a fair amount of power without a lot of tedious calculation, and we'll go into in the PowerPoint and into your homework problems so you have a little more understanding of the other statistics that are represented. just quickly, if we wanted to make a histogram of variable 1, just click on variable 1, create graph. Well, they're all equal because there were only 5 data points, so the bar chart came up, but it doesn't have enough data to show a real distribution. But it does give you a printout or a representation of what a histogram would look like. It wouldn't make a lot of sense to make a histogram on just 5 data points. So pie chart, histogram, stem and leaf, box plot, lots of things that we won't cover, and a number of the basic things that we will cover. So just wanted to make you aware of this. It'll do the statistical calculations for you, and it will create graphics for you that you can export out to your outcome learning project. So a stat package is bundled right into the problem solving or the problem software, the homework and test area. And it's just this little icon down here, the bars, and the little stat crunch. So we've covered the key elements in MathXL, how it does help you on a number of different levels, puts you in immediate contact to me, and a couple other key features of animation and stat crunch.